Imagine a stock market that predicts the future of technology before a single press release is written. On Polymarket, millions of dollars were betting on one specific date, December 9th, the day OpenAI was supposed to drop its next flagship model. For days, the confidence was at 90%. It was a lock. And then, in the middle of the night, the market crashed. At 4 a.m., the money suddenly moved to December 11th. No blog post. No tweet from Sam Altman. Just a massive shift of capital that implied someone, somewhere, knew a secret. This is not just gambling. This is an unregulated early warning system. And it signals that things inside the world's biggest AI lab are not going according to plan. So why the sudden panic? Why the delay? The answer has a name. Gemini 3. Google's latest model didn't just launch. It landed like a meteor. For the first time all year, the benchmarks flipped. Google is winning on reasoning. It is winning on coding. And critically, it is winning on multimodal tasks. This triggered what insiders are calling a code red at OpenAI. You have to understand, this isn't about bragging rights. It is about enterprise contracts. When a CTO sees Gemini 3 handling complex PDFs and video analysis better than GPT-5.1, they don't stay loyal. They switch. And Google is bundling this tech into everything from Android to Chrome. So here's the strategic twist. GPT-5.2 is not just an update. It is a counterstrike. But if you were expecting a sci-fi revolution, lower your expectations. This is not the iPhone 5 moment. This is the iPhone 4S moment. It is about refinement, not reinvention. The rumors suggest OpenAI is focusing on 3 things to stop the bleeding: reasoning, reliability, and speed. They are trying to fix the hallucinations. They want the model to say, "I don't know," instead of lying to your face. For businesses, that reliability is worth more than raw creativity. But while the giants are fighting for the throne, a rebellion is starting in the basement. Enter Mistral. They're playing a completely different game. While Google and OpenAI build walled gardens, Mistral is handing you the keys to the castle. With their new model, DevStroll 2, they are proving you don't need to be the biggest to be the most dangerous. Here is the payoff. Mistral isn't trying to beat Gemini on every single benchmark. They are making an argument for good enough. If you can run a model on your own laptop, keep your data private, and modify the code yourself, do you care if it is 2% less smart than GPT-5? For many developers, the answer is a hard no. This is creating a split in the industry. On one side, the massive, expensive, closed brains orbiting in data centers. On the other, agile, open, local models running on your hardware. It is the classic David versus Goliath setup. But this time, David is armed with an Apache 2.0 license. But this technology isn't staying in the server room. It has hit the late-night circuit. When Sam Altman sat down on Jimmy Fallon's couch, the vibe shifted. He wasn't being grilled on regulations. He was explaining AI to your parents. The questions were basic. What is it good for? How do I use it? This signals that we are still in the first inning. While we obsess over parameters and benchmarks, the rest of the world is just learning that ChatGPT can write an email. This gap between the tech elite and the mainstream user is massive, and it is about to close fast. And finally, the most surprising twist of the week. The frenemies are teaming up. OpenAI and Anthropic, the 2 biggest rivals, have joined forces under the Linux Foundation. They are building a standard for AI agents. It is called the Model Context Protocol. Why does this matter? Because the future isn't about chatting with a bot. It is about agents doing work for you. Booking flights, editing code, managing your calendar. But for that to work, the agents need a common language. By standardizing this now, they are building the railroads for the next decade of automation. So, where does this leave us? We have a betting market predicting leaks, a code red panic at OpenAI, a rebellion from the open source community, and a handshake deal to build the infrastructure of the future. The AI Cold War has begun, and the pace is only accelerating. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you know what to do. Hit subscribe. I'm breaking down the leaks, the papers, and the politics every single week. Don't get left behind. I'll see you in the next one.